Okay, an error has occurred. Please try again later. Okay. I don't know if I'm actually live. Or let's see. There it goes. I'm actually live right now, and in fact, I need to check my audio. I actually muted the pre-show right now because it's just showing just stupid shit or just shit that I'm not really interested in. I think they already did the whole audio. Okay, cool. I'm actually, yeah, buddy. What's up, everybody? Sorry about Thursday. I was gonna stream, but I've been having a lot of health issues lately. So that's me in the nutshell. Actually had some health issues yesterday after work. I feel fine right now, but things could change later on in my life or in the next, hopefully after my show today. I will be talking, give you guys my reactions after the show as well. Hold on, let me show you my sexy face. Boom, right here. All right, so I'll give you my, and let me actually close my closet. There we go, so you guys don't see my clothes because my clothes are private, like my private parts. Yeah, so my clothes are private, like my private parts, which is, I don't mind showing them, to be honest with you guys. But I'm not gonna show them off stream and get banned from YouTube forever. So that is not gonna happen. But I do have a 500 subscriber goal. If I get 500 subs, I will do an episode of Console Gaming Radio with no shirt, because YouTube, unlike Twitch, allows males to be shirtless on stream, but not Twitch. Twitch almost allows females to be nude as long as you cover up nips and VGs, but not males. So fuck Twitch. On this stream, I am drinking thanks to what's his name, Review Tech USA. He recommends this brand of, what's it called? I mean, seltzer water, sparkling water. Well, the can says sparkling water, but he calls it seltzer, and it's actually pretty good. I had one yesterday at work. That's where I got it from, and it's actually pretty good. So if you're not into carbonated water, you're not going to be into this drink. I am not sponsored by them, but the flavor I'm drinking is watermelon and lime. I'm probably going to go to Target after this after the stream, and get some more seltzer, because I do want to quit drinking soda, or if you're in the East Coast, pop. Definitely want to quit drinking that. We got 16 more minutes. If you guys want to see what's going on right now, I'll show you. So yeah, you got someone talking. There's 6 minutes to countdown, and we are not gonna watch that. Don't worry, it's just muted right now.
Running through collapse.
So you actually get. Actually, you know what? Let me show you. Let's see this, because this actually does look interesting.
Environment, many players have spotted something a bit more unusual, which has left them asking, what's up with all of these rubber ducks?
So there's a thing in
duck hunting in Division 2.
You talk to a rubber duck, and it's a way to solve your problems. If you talk to a rubber duck and you just say things out loud, it helps. One of our artists decided to take this to another level, and he used the rubber duck scaled up to like a ginormous scale and put it in the level just to remind him to do something. And it sat there for a while, and the rest of us kind of really loved this giant rubber duck sitting there for so long. We decided to put a little memorials to it across the world. what started off as little memorials, and then we started adding stories to them. So there's one where these two ducks are sitting on a bench having a date together, and there's another one somewhere where he's sitting with an umbrella hiding from the rain.
That's
The
actually
idea of
pretty
the
funny.
ducks is similar to the rest of our storytelling, where we're trying to add some hope into the world. Because you're coming in as a division agent to try and save what you can and rebuild, but you need to know there's something there to save. So having bits of happiness lets you know, like, it's still worth saving for these little happy moments.
One shrine in particular became a beloved fan favorite, showing up multiple times across YouTube.
So I didn't know there was any
So,
rubber ducks
Karen,
in Division 2
how
at
was
all.
today?
Well, Luke, it's been productive.
So the origin story of Productive, one of our level designers made an amazing pun one day, and we decided to make a graffiti out of it. And
Now this
put it
shit
in
makes me
the
burp
game
like
and ducks
crazy, so
flying.
you might
And I
guys
started
might
finding it
hear
and
me
wondering where
burp
it came
on
from.
stream.
We've been finding these rubber duckies all over the map. It says here on the wall in graffiti, productive. And there's a large rubber ducky, bigger than all the other ones we've found. And he's got bottles of booze all around him. Not only that, but he has a couple soldier duckies guarding a parrot in a cage. But there's more just like this in the Division 2.
What's really great about our community is they come together. They find a
All right,
common
cool. That's
thing that they
actually
want
pretty cool.
to
So
go
next time you
for,
guys are
find
playing
it,
Division
or
2,
kept unlocked, and they
look
just
for
put
the rubber
time and
duckies.
effort into it.
So see, this shit makes me burp like crazy. So how's it going this morning, peoples? So let me go through what I've been playing before the show actually starts, because I'm pretty sure you guys like to hear that. Like I said, I got my platinum on Last of Us Part 2, so that got me into Minecraft story mode. So I got the platinum on that. I actually had to spend $40 on getting the complete first season with the 3 DLC episodes. So I did get the platinum and got the 3 episodes completed as well. I'm gonna wait till my next paycheck to get season 2, because the fact that I want to get what's the game, Ghost of Tsushima, and I don't know if I'm gonna get the platinum on that, depending on how hard the game is and if there's any difficulty based trophies. I will probably get all the cheap trophies around that, and if I can get all the trophies around that, I'll go for the difficulty based trophy. But I'm not the type of person that will play their games on the hardest difficulty. And that game does come out next week. So I went back to Persona 5 Royal. I have 3 more trophies to get, so I can get the platinum on that. I did get all the missable trophies in my second playthrough, so I got the intense training trophy. I did get the group what's it called? Group fusion trophy, and eating at the maid cafe until you get to the secret menu. I got that trophy as well. I did max out my social stats on this playthrough. So I have 3 more trophies, and that's all done in the last palace. I did not get to the last palace on my first playthrough because I didn't know the requirements. And when the game came out, I didn't know there was requirements to get to the last palace. So I didn't get to the last palace, so I didn't get the trophy, complete all the palaces. I also need to get the trophy, Conquer the Reaper, and completely evolve someone's persona, that's all done in the final palace. So I need to go ahead and do that as well. So I'm pretty much 127 hours into the game, and this is playthrough number 2. So, and I just completed Ukomaru's palace as well. So right now I'm going to be working on Nijima's palace. If you guys not into Persona 5, you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. The completion rate of that trophy is 18% of people that actually completed it, so it's pretty easy. Oh, we got some stuff in Trials Rising. Let's go ahead and watch that real quick.
Challenge coming to Trials Rising. But to make sure that we respect social distancing guidelines, Auntie and I decided
Do I fire the goose now?
What? Fire the goose?
Fire! Okay!
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gigatrack.
Trials Rising is pretty fun. I do have it on Stadia, but I really haven't been playing Stadia.
Trials Evolution. This is an all-new journey across the world of Trials Rising, in by far the longest track that we've ever put in a trial.
Did you tell him it's the longest track ever?
Yeah, I'm telling them that. By far the longest track we've ever put in a Trials game. The Gigatrack will take you across many different environments, from the iconic...
Environment! Tell them about environment, please!
Yeah, I was just... Maybe you want to tell them.
The Gigatrack is like life. It starts and it ends and it's long. Depends how you enjoy it. And also one secret thing. 4 tells transfer to 1.
Prepare for the ultimate test of Trials endurance. Gigatrack releases this Thursday, July 16th for the low price of...
Did you tell them it's free?
You heard that right, riders. Gigatrack will be available for free to all Trials Rising players when it releases this Thursday.
Yay, it's free. That means I could have something that I'm not going to play, because that game is filled with microtransactions.
The Gigatrack is coming to the game, and it will be the longest, most insane track in Trials history, and it will be free for all Trials Rising players. Now for our last game update, the Ghost Recon Breakpoint team is ready to share some details on their upcoming updates. AI teammates are coming to the game. Let's have a look at the trailer.
Finally, AI teammates are coming to the game. It's like when
the time has come.
Fallout 77 comes with no NPCs.
Breakpoint. And for all solo players, they're gonna be a game changer. Available at any point after you have reached Erewhon for the first time, Fury, Fixit, and Vasily can be activated or dismissed at will. And from the beginning, you will be able to fully customize them. This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear, equipment, or even full costumes. Your teammates can be tweaked just as much as your main character. Just like Nomad, your teammates will adapt and react to the world of Aroa and its environments, and they will always follow your own behavior.
I heard this game was ass,
if you
though.
decide to go stealth, they will equip silencers and crouch, or go prone when possible. But if you decide to go loud and open fire, they will stick by your side. When deployed, you can issue different orders to your teammates through the order wheel. There are 4 different orders you can give to your teammates. You can tell them to regroup on your location, to hold their current position, to go to a specific location, and to open fire on nearby enemies. These
So it's pretty much like basic Ghost Recon controls.
Once they approach potential threats, the teammates will notify you and mark them automatically.
Got a hostile.
With a good look at your enemies, you will be able to set up a sync shot where each of your teammates picks a target. You can even link it to your 3 sync shot drones for a simultaneous 7-target takedown. The teammates have weapons equipped at all times, a versatile assault rifle to accommodate all situations.
They have to buy
and
separately.
A primary weapon that you will be able to fine-tune. Indeed, apart from mark upgrades and passive bonuses, the full gunsmith is accessible to your teammates. And their weapon of choice will have a direct effect on the battleground. Depending on the type of weapon they have equipped, the teammates will adapt their engagement distance and rate of fire. From close distance shotgun wielding, all the way to long distance sniper shots. Of course, if you get taken down, your teammates' priority will be to try and rescue you.
We'll see if that actually works.
Will first focus their fire on the surrounding enemies before getting to you. And they will expect the same from you, especially as you will be able to carry them to safety if the situation requires it. Finally, the teammates will also be your best allies in any vehicle, especially on the road and during high-stake pursuits. The teammates will be available for all solo Ghost Recon Breakpoint players on July 15th. And we cannot
For the
wait to
low
see
price
your
of 60
reactions.
bucks.
We'll see you on the battlefield, Ghosts.
If this game like gets heavily discounted for this update, I'll probably pick it up.
Hey Ghosts, I'm Grace from the Ghost Recon team. As you've just seen, the AI teammates are finally landing in Ghost Recon Breakpoint with our next major update on July 15th. Alongside the AI teammates, this update comes with a ton of new content, including a gunsmith upgrade, new PvP content, quality of life updates, and more. You will be able to try it all during our next free weekend from July 16th to July 20th. But that's not all. We've got one last thing to show you. Enjoy, and we'll see you on Aroa, Ghosts.
So that means free weekends means discounts.
We stand against Sentinel's illegal occupation of Aroa. We call on all of Aroa to join us. Separated, Sentinel wins. But united, we cannot be defeated.
July 16 live. They really want this game to succeed for some reason. They can't just make a better game, huh? They just want to beat the milk. Beat the dead horse as well. This game was like heavily critically panned.
This show is another episode of our wow moments comparing the craziest and coolest clips from you, our players.
Please don't let it be Just Dance. Okay. So this looks like SSX. Or some type of skateboarding game.
Anyone else want to try to do better than that?
Wait a minute. I think I've seen this game before. Wait, this is Far Cry? Yeah, this is definitely Far Cry. Oh, I see. It was like it's a sizzle reel of some sort. Because that would be really cool if you could actually skate, snowboard in Far Cry, then pull out your sniper rifle.
Oh, you can interrogate this guy though. Oh, okay.
Last stop standing.
Okay, you got crew. For Honor.
So there's a line that people want me to yell, but I can't usually do it because I'll freak out my neighbours. But as you can see, I'm at the Crashing Ocean Beach and there's no one too close, so reloading! Fuck, someone saw me, I gotta go.
What is this? I'm gonna get a copyright strike for real. Definitely gonna get a copyright strike for this. All right, thank God. I was gonna mute it. Gonna mute that shit.
If you also have amazing gameplay segments you captured from our games, spread the joy and submit them on the link displayed on your screen right now. All right, guys, it is time for us to wrap up this pre-show.
Don't forget to stay tuned for our post-show featuring a deep dive into the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Thanks a lot for watching this pre-show and enjoy Ubisoft Forward.
I might have to watch that stupid pre-show then. Maybe they're actually gonna show gameplay. Zero. RP to M.
This is UBIsoft. This is UBIsoft. Explore our worlds.
Meet the devs. See the games.
Join us.
Oops. There we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Neelam Kumar, and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first UBIsoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Mageed. Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at UBIsoft.
All coming out next year or 2022.
So let's head straight for the streets of futuristic London and see what the hackers of DedSec are getting into.
So Watch Dogs Legion.
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal suspected to have links with the terrorist group DedSec is marked as presumptively dangerous. Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out because I was not a foreigner. Then they came for the protesters, and I did not speak out because I was not a protester. Then they came for the journalists, and I did not speak out.
Because you're not a journalist.
Because I was not a journalist.
Wow. Riveting.
And then they came for street artists, but I did not speak out.
Because you're not a street artist.
Because I am not a street artist.
This game looks very different from all the other Watchdog games. It's not really telling me anything.
And I realized that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked. Hundreds of heavily armed Albion...
Well. Welcome to the Resistance. There's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal...
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents...
So you're David Ford, and you're considered a terrorist in this world.
I'm Clint Hawking.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at UBIsoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion and looks at the game and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision.
So it
and
may not
visual
even
style.
be part of the game.
The city needs a resistance. Like the film, Watch Dogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change. You can literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you, you help them with their problem, you play their origin mission.
Just help me get some closure and I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
And that's how you recruit them into your team. And then they become the heroes of the game and the stars of your story.
And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion?
I'm tickled, but think more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
And they make the story not only, unique to them, but unique to you as the player and personal to you because they're, heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
Let's see how many people you can actually recruit.
Our London town. A modern metropolis. Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Oh my god. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion. He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
He will stop at nothing to permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken
That guy sounds familiar. Who's he voiced by?
Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her feathers. With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team. Like him. Her. Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret weapon. In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes. Badly. Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
So is your character voiceless because you're recruiting everybody?
But as a
That's what I want to know.
he has a particular set of tools that make him handy. He can even call his own cargo drone. Perfect for gate crashing, when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
Come here, you soidoid shitboy. Jesus Christ, what is that thing?
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered. Amy is a drone expert.
What have we here?
a real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an adorable creepy crawler.
Here we are. Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and stealthy.
She aims, she fires, she hits.
This is actually pretty damn cool. I'm actually genuinely excited for this.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor. And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done. Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious and she'll probably wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
Criminals running our streets, illegals threatening our families, the police commissioner himself, assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
That's good. The buyers expect high quality stuff.
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey. The man lives for his team.
That put another hair on my chest.
And doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
Yeah, I might actually get this game. I hope it's not only on the next generation consoles.
He does have a slight drinking problem, though. And he's passed out. Ah, well, we'll come back to him. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional. It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
So I take it this game gone a long way.
Some might even call him an artist.
He looks like he's just killing everybody like everyone else would.
Here's the bastard responsible. Done and dusted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero. So get out there, find the best recruits, and build your resistance.
We'll see actually really if everyone can be recruited first. Well, Watchdog Legions 2020 October. Okay.
Plunging the player into a living, breathing
So it is gonna be on the PS4.
Locales and characters has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's Amanda Mutt to tell us more.
Did they just call her Amanda Mutt?
My name's Amanda Munt.
Oh,
I'm
Munt.
a level
Okay.
artist on Watch Dogs Legion at UBisoft Toronto. Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games because we do get the freedom to kind of like pick and choose what little details we want to depict, and we get ample opportunities to tell the stories that we want to tell in the spaces that we're assigned to. I have the capacity to hide things and, you know, like small little Easter eggs. In AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats. And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2. And there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity. So I was fortunate enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London. So no matter where I dropped them in the city, they would go, oh my God, this feels like Camden. This, you know, this feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster. When people are talking about some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds these worlds with care. I love it.
Yeah, I am generally excited for that game.
And now some news for Brawlhalla fans. In just a few weeks, you'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
Boo! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid ass mobile game.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
I have like zero interest in mobile. Please don't spend 20 minutes talking about Brawlhalla. I'll fucking turn off the stream right now.
And now, whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
Get the fuck out of here, you mobile games. I understand mobile games are popular, but still, like, show us fucking new Splinter Cell. Show us more Assassin's Creed.
The target is being held on the ground floor.
More mobile game bullshit or what? Or indie game bullshit?
Contact! Montaigne is down. Request air support. Target northeast rooftop.
Roger. Inbound, danger close.
I need an EMP deployed now.
EMP imminent.
Get back in your cell!
Of course, we got Splinter Cell in a mobile game. Wait, was that Sam Fisher? I don't know.
Hey, take this.
Don't make me regret this.
Yep, that's definitely Sam Fisher. Yeah, that's fine and dandy, but where the fuck is Splinter Cell?
Speaking of Tom Clancy, it's been 5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the community has never been stronger. In celebration of this milestone, Ubisoft Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players and developers that have helped Siege become the game it is today.
In December 2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege. A game built on a strong vision, creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
Pour le joueur, le 1er décembre, c'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision
Cool.
was quickly
Didn't
adopted by
know,
our passionate
understand anything you
community,
said.
propelling it to a whole new level.
You know, I never really got into Rainbow Six.
This is such a special moment, and being at 1 year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, more players today than we had in the past, it means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
Health that touches upon subjects like matchmaking, connectivity, all those aspects are absolutely critical to the experience of the player.
Through it all, we're always driven by you, our community, and together, we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time.
Look at this.
Tous les succès, c'est vraiment le résultat de autant de nous que de vous. Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre.
See, this does not get me to play Rainbow Six.
Now 60 million players strong, we're just getting started. From the devs that build the game to the community that plays it, thank you.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available now and take Ace and Malusi out for a spin.
Is it
A
free?
few days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the hyperscape.
Let me guess, a battle royale. I feel that Ubisoft have like 10 different multiplayer shooters.
What was that? A hack in the hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started to come true. We made some good decisions. We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions. So, here we are. 10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities. But the people at Prisma changed everything. They gave everyone a way out. The hyperscape. In the hyperscape,
This kind of reminds me of
this is
Warcraft
can
vibes.
become someone.
So everyone needs to get their feet into battle royale, apparently.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt. Users disappearing from the real world. A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape. And we have to find it.
Now, if they add like a full-on story mode to this game, that'd be fucking cool.
some of us for a way out, and for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future, to the hyperscape.
JC, creative director on Hyperscape.
JC's work on Far Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
For me, what's exciting is we started building it from scratch. Seeing it grow, adding ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker. One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia. Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's more opportunities to get cool items, but also more players, so it's a risk-reward kind of deal. We introduce the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself, you can wrap yourself into a ball and bounce around the battlefield. So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with.
So it's just a battle royale.
It's made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels through the Twitch extension. So every few minutes, there's going to be a vote, and viewers will be able to decide what effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that is happening. So for me, it's really exciting because right now, as we speak, we're launching the open beta, and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players worldwide. I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
Watch and learn how it's done. Perfecto. Showtime.
Mine. Let's show them what I'm made of. Go time.
Hey, as long as it's free to play, I'm cool. Like, there's no reason you should be charging for battle royale games. Because I think Fortnite set that standard. That charge for battle royales, you're probably not going to win. Okay, free open beta now. Okay. So let me just spend half the day downloading that shit as well. My beta, July 12th.
The digital world of the Hyperscape gave our artists and developers incredible freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Ana Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
Yeah, I don't need to know about fucking character design. I want to know about the next game.
Ana Maria Musca. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits, different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them in game, you understand what their motivations are and what drives them and what challenges them. This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this type of outfit? Would this person enjoy the type of tattoos that we're putting on them? Will they actually like to be in this body? Each season, we plan to produce new outfits for these characters. So we're hoping some of our players are gonna see the effort and maybe even correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game. we're very excited to see it in people's hands.
As we move into the next generation of gaming, Ubisoft has been working closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Hey everyone, Phil Spencer from Xbox.
I knew it was gonna be him.
With
I was
Watch Dogs
thinking in my
Legion,
mind it's gonna be Phil Spencer.
Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on.
Is
On
it for
Series
free?
X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before. Ubisoft has a unique ability to create immersive worlds, setting a new bar that continues to drive our industry forward. I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
All right, we know you've been waiting to hear more about this game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep dive.
Has it been really that
of
long?
Vikings.
Yeah, maybe it has.
My name is Julien Laferrière, and I'm the producer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So a couple of weeks ago, we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings is really, really inspiring. When we did our research, we found that, they were not mindless barbarians. Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle. And so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings did, to really experience what it meant to be a Viking at that time. And then leaving Norway, which is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat in England and see those rolling green hills full of sheep, full of life, is just this moment that most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And this is exactly the feeling we want players to experience in this game. It is a personal adventure, it is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game. They will have to leave Norway to settle in England because you just can't live in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure, no resources available. Obviously, in England, it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper. Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shields!
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system.
So it's gonna be a different fight
To
system then.
leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face to face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine coming from the Vikings. We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game we've all been working on. So please enjoy this deep dive into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Maybe we're actually gonna see gameplay. We'll see what their actual gameplay is.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England. You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway. who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal, to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches. As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
So the game definitely looks 30 frames per second on consoles.
Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you pillage may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game. Every archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks, while others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors. To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand. Take the fight to your foes with a host of brutal new combat.
So I can tell you the combat does look different.
Harpoon. Pummel them with throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance, or finish them off. Dual wield any two weapons you wish to unleash a deadly combination of attacks. Customize your fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary Viking warrior. All combinations of weapons are available to dual wield, including 2 shields.
That's actually pretty cool.
Not all situations call for violence. In this new land, a Viking must find a way to adapt. As Eivor is not welcome in England, you may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and slip past watchful eyes, an unseen hunter among the people.
So they implement some of the old Assassin's Creed stuff into this game.
From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure. Hunt and forage to replenish your health and fortify your equipment. Search pagan temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement. The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
Ravens, show no mercy!
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will push back. In a series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Today, we will reclaim her. Today, we fight for your land. And tomorrow, we rebuild.
For East Anglia.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and England's pagan roots. It will challenge and surprise, with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses, giving you the chance to live your own Viking saga.
Yep, definitely a lot more excited on this game now. Definitely a lot more excited. Like, I was excited, but now I'm like super excited.
9th century England is truly unlike anything the franchise has seen before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will release this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
So that's definitely confirmed for Stadia for all the Stadia people.
Is here to share a few words.
I hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today and that you will love playing these games. I'm proud of our teams for delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come. So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
Splinter Cell? Oh, this looks like Far Cry 6. Worst kept secret ever. Or this is more Assassin's Creed. I forgot about Far Cry 6 being unofficially announced. If this is a Far Cry game, this is like one of the weirdest teasers ever. This definitely does look like Far Cry, though. Yep, Far Cry 6, worst kept secret. Created by Ubisoft, no release date.
It's beautiful, amigo. Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me. Now, I am El Presidente, which means that someday you will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong. They will answer you with screams, call you evil, a monster, and give you this. So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has two basic parts. Our people and you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom. Do you understand now? Prove it.
Okay, February. Another game I'm going to be getting in February. Ubisoft, I think you won me over. You got 3 games that I want to play.
Wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward. Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth of a resistance in Watch Dogs Legion, the cyber chaos of Hyperscape, and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see how many more get delayed due to COVID.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Ubisoft Forward post show. My name is Yusuf Magid, and this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oops. Oh no, I accidentally hit a button. Hold on, guys. Let's see. Boom. My bad. Come on, you can do it. Freaking mouses with the forward and back button. Why isn't this shit working? Yes, I understand that I'm over 18.
Inherit this territory needs your help to take him down. Oswald having just been defeated in a previous quest, and so here this is revenge, but also accomplishing your ultimate goal.
So Fizz, as you're talking, we're seeing some of the combat of Valhalla. Can you tell us a little bit about the changes to combat this time around?
We wanted to basically add a lot of new mechanics to it. So we added like some dual wielding for the player, like a stun system in there. And we really needed to do this to sort of portray that sort of the brutality that comes with being a Viking in this day and age. So it sort of fits into that, the time and the character.
Oswald, he lives.
Oswald lives!
Eivor, is that you? Shut your ass, twig spine.
here, Eivor has taken her entire army through the assault, and finally, it's revealed that our Elderman, our ally, Oswald, is still alive, and Rued has him captive.
So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? 2 Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson? If this swine is your prize, come and get him.
So now that we've seen that Oswald is alive, we have Rued within our sights. What's the next step here?
So the next move for Eivor is to finally face off against Rued. She has her allies. They can take care of the rest of the army. Now it's time to go one-on-one against Rued in one of our boss battles, actually.
Your battle is not yet won, Oswald.
And it's worth pointing out, actually, that here what we're showing is the player going and facing off against Rued aggressively, but we tend to always have to support a 360-degree approach in these things. So the player could have approached this a little bit more stealthily and gotten at least like a good critical hit on either Rued or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more strategically if that's your playstyle.
So we're not only fighting Rued here, but also his pet wolf, right?
One of my preferred strategies is to eliminate the wolf first, just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now Rued will have extra abilities that come into play if you do eliminate his wolf, but I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for a good strategy in the whole.
So it looks like a more updated version of Odyssey.
For all your efforts, only the cold dark of Niflheim awaits you.
Valhalla is my destiny. That fate will not be met today. Why doesn't they should be roomed, Wolf-kissed? Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this, than all of them.
Do not drag me down to the sewage you wallow in.
Just a Dane fight tooth and nail for a Saxon. You'd throw in with these wastrels? These Argiv swine?
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly.
Alright, so we've defeated Rued, we freed Oswald. What comes next?
Oswald, in this case, prefers for Rued to be kept alive, and so you basically have to choose, are you going to go against his wishes or stay true to your nature?
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit because we just did this big, grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone. She clearly had to recruit some folks along the way, get some troops, get some allies. So let's actually rewind and see how we went about first gathering those troops.
Right, so when coming up to an assault, it's a game of numbers. Eivor can go into pretty much any location and be a stealthy Viking, eliminating some of the assets, which ultimately would be a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some of the ingredients or of the assets there that will have been sabotaged, but you still need an army. So here what we're seeing is Eivor going around the countryside and raising what we call a fyrd, which is the men and the women of the territory who come up and fight in the name of a king. So here Eivor is going around and trying to convince people to fight in the name of Oswald to finally take down the oppressor that is Rued.
Defending East Anglia, defending you. Will you not do the same?
What? Die in defense of a lost cause?
Yeah, so she's really using like the image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people in his name. She's going to recruit these people.
Pretty words, Dane. But the men of Theovard have their own battles to fight.
So we're told by this Reeve that there are troops, there are allies that he could add to our cause, but first we sort of need to do him a favor, is that right?
Yeah, so
some more video gamey shit.
Run down by Rued and the impact he's had on the territory. So I think a lot of these people have sort of lost hope, and so you need to show them that there is hope. And so here Eivor is basically helping them take back one of their prized locations by taking a couple men and raiding a nearby township, basically taking it back for the people and showing that there's a reason to continue fighting, and then get them on your side. Eivor does this, obviously you have access to a full suite of abilities. So again, the improvements that we've done to the fight system. You have some brutal axe throwing in there. You have archery or like range combat abilities in there.
I generally don't watch this,
really, again, depending on
because
what
I
your
kind of
playstyle
don't
is,
want to be
you can
spoiled on
customize
the
your
gameplay.
loadout and go in there how you
So I'll just watch it a little bit more. Hopefully it's over soon.
Fizz, we just saw this giant pulse go out. What exactly was that?
So that is actually what we call the Odin sight. The Odin sight is basically our interpretation of the eagle vision from previous games, and we thought it was good to sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition. It's how she perceives the world. When the player uses that, it'll highlight basically interactive objects, like things that will bring her an advantage. So we'll have arrows, like health consumables that are in there. So it really is like a good way of sort of understanding the world and showing you like things that you can go and touch.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things we can touch, we just picked up this awesome new weapon.
It's something we wanted to play with on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where we have fewer weapons in the game, but you can invest in them more, so they become your weapon. And so depending what
So kind of like a Odyssey where you can upgrade your weapons.
Weapon type, then you can go and choose, I'm gonna fight with this weapon and invest heavily into that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but we see something here called the Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
They unlock skills for the players. So here you can see the Valkyrie dive that has just been unlocked. We have these spread out throughout the world. So again, to promote exploration and discovery. As you travel through the world and you explore locations, you can find these books that will add abilities that you can go and invest in, put into your loadout, then go into the different locations with the different quests in the game and use those depending on what your playstyle is.
Now we've recaptured this village, we've secured more troops for our assault. Let's jump back now and figure out what we want to do with Rued.
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
Compassion is a virtue suited for anyone, Eivor, including you. Thank you.
Eivor decided to let him live. Rued is really angry about that. Being a Norse Viking, being put to the death in battle is your road to Valhalla. So he was basically denied access to Valhalla in this situation. Obviously, all of these decisions come into play later on in the game, so we have very difficult decisions for the player to make. We didn't want to have easy decisions.
Yeah, you know, when I was playing, I decided to listen to Oswald and spare Rued's life, but what exactly is the relationship like between Eivor and Oswald?
So the relationship between Eivor and Oswald is an alliance. It's basically Eivor is surrounded by territories that initially getting into England are hostile towards her, and obviously if you want to set up a new settlement, you want to make sure that your neighbor is friendly. So here in East Anglia, Oswald is the man for the job, where putting him into a position of power would help her sort of secure her territory. So earlier on to the territory, Eivor comes in here, meets Oswald. The problems he had with Rued are sort of put to light, and going through the arc, you basically help him deal with Rued and aligning basically Danes with Saxons in one territory.
So, Fizz, we've completed the assault. We've gotten our hands dirty with some combat, taken down Rued. We have this big open region of East Anglia, so before we head off to Oswald's wedding, what do you say we head out, have some fun, and see what we can get into in the open world?
That sounds great.
Alright, so I'm gonna end the actual stream here because I don't want to see too much of the gameplay, because this game is coming out in a couple months. So, like, I know you guys probably want to watch it, but I don't, and mainly because I kind of want to be spoilers free as possible. What did I think of the event itself? It kind of sucked, to be completely honest with you. Like, I am just so sick and tired of these battle royale games, these companies getting into battle royale. I'm sick and tired of mobile games. I'm sick and tired of these freemium games where you buy a bunch of shit. I'm not gonna include anything in the pre-show as part of the event because they did announce the event at noon Pacific time. Don't know what time it was on the Eastern side of things, but they focused a lot of shit on the mobile side of the stuff. It was like half of it mobile battle royale, then the other half games that you actually want to see. So the games that I really enjoyed seeing, Watchdog Legions. We don't know when that game's gonna be released. We don't know the platforms it's gonna be on. We don't, like, the Stadia guys probably are not gonna know if it's actually gonna be on Stadia. But Ubisoft is like heavily supported in Stadia, so for that game to not be on Stadia is kind of like dumb in their part because I want to see more games on Stadia, and Watchdog Legion should be on Stadia. I think all the other Watchdogs should be on Stadia as well to build up to Legions. Then we had Far. No, we're gonna talk about Far Cry 6 later on. We had Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So we all knew about Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the Xbox side of things, that, you know, the Xbox side of things had the whole marketing push behind Valhalla. So you're gonna obviously see more gameplay footage on Valhalla. The gameplay does look good. I did not want to watch more gameplay because I kind of want to be on I've seen enough. I want to be on media blackout for until the game actually comes out, because there is overhyping yourself and being underdelivered. And when I used to be all a part of the whole E3 stuff and watching gameplay preview events, I feel that they blow their load way too early. And me just like dipping out in the middle of that, I'm like, I'll figure it out later. I will not watch it. I'm just gonna go and just be surprised. So, Far Cry 6. It was mainly a cinematic. We don't know exactly what the game is gonna be, but it's pretty much like the main antagonist will be Gus from Breaking Bad. I don't know the actual actor's name. Then you have his son, Diego, and he's holding a grenade. He's showing his country being under turmoil. And yeah, that Far Cry 6 is pretty much a mystery. Like, I don't know anything about the game except for the antagonist. Far Cry games is all about the antagonist, starting from Far Cry 3 all the way to 5. A lot of people have some colorful things to say about Far Cry 5, but I kind of enjoyed it. And there's some stuff that I enjoyed about 5, and there's some stuff I did not enjoy about 5. I did not hate it like Hector did, but Far Cry 3 had my favorite antagonist. So, like everybody, Far Cry 3 did have the best antagonist. Far Cry 4, not so much. Far Cry 5, it had a good idea, but I thought it was executed poorly. Because one, it's not very realistic if you think about it. Like, how realistic would a cult take over a state, you know, like that? So it's like Montana's not its own country. Like, it would be understandable if the cult took over America, then America would have to get, you know, fight together. But like, you get, let's just say if let's just say a big cult like that did happen, we would have more of a military force taking out that cult, you know, versus just a resistance. And a lot of people, well, Hector didn't like the fact that the antagonist won. I thought it was a good twist because in Far Cry 3 and 4, the main character won. And I do like the fact in 4, like, there's no good side to choose. Like, you're just kind of thrown in the middle of a shitty situation. So, overall, the games that I do care about, Watch Dogs Legions, Far Cry 6, and Assassin's Creed are gonna look cool as fuck. Assassin's Creed is gonna be released in October. We don't know about Watch Dogs. They said holiday, but it could be changed. I am thinking it's gonna tie into the next generation consoles. So if the consoles get delayed, so is Watch Dogs. Far Cry 6 is going to be released in February 2021. We don't know if it's going to be on previous generation consoles because we're going under the assumption that the next generation consoles will be released in the holiday season. So we don't know. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get Far Cry 6 on the PlayStation 4. We'll see. We'll see if we are. If not, there's always Stadia. There's always the PC version. So if you guys only play in the previous generation consoles, maybe that'd be more of an incentive to you guys to upgrade. I'm thinking Ubisoft will be smart and make it a cross-generation game. They did have Phil Spencer on stage saying that Ubisoft is in full support of the smart delivery system that the Xbox has. That is smart because Sony does not know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to the upgrade system of the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5, and I think Microsoft has more of their situation on lockdown when it comes to smart delivery. We'll just have to see. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go eat breakfast, and I'm gonna go to Target to get some more seltzer and look at some of the video game stuff that they have. I will be wearing my mask. Don't worry, I'm not a fucking Karen or anything like that, or a fucking Ken. And I don't know who the fuck is honking outside. So before there's a full scale riot, I am gonna